And the Maple Leafs lose a heartbreaking Game 1 to the Florida Panthers 4-2. Leafs just couldn't get it done tonight as the Panthers get a game stolen by Sergei Bobrovsky, and it might be the key throughout the rest of this series. Before we get into the rest of the breakdown, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. The stats are down below. You guys see them. The majority of you aren't even subscribed to the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content, as well as if you would like to help the channel out, hit that like button. It does help with the algorithm. Push it out if you want to help grow the channel. But getting in to this game, guys, the Maple Leafs, I thought they were pretty dominant throughout. They were dry on the power play tonight, 0 for 4. Panthers only going 0 for 1, only getting one power play opportunity. I thought there were parts of the game that the Leafs definitely dominated, but unable to take advantage of the chances that they had. And Bobrovsky absolutely standing on his head with the pesky Panthers finding a way to get goals in this game, as the defense for the Toronto Maple Leafs making some pretty bonehead mistakes, in my opinion, in this one as well. Total shots on goal for tonight, 36-28 in favor of the Leafs. Already talked about the power play. Hits 47-36, blocks 13-8, and then giveaways 12-10. Looking at the goal scores tonight, I know the Panthers got on the board in the first from Cousins, and then in the second you had Sam Bennett, as well as you then had Matthew Knies making up for the unlucky tip that was the Sam Bennett goal. Bunting also getting on the board. Verhaeghe putting a dagger in on a bad pinch from McCabe, and then TJ Brodie kind of caught in no man's land on that then breakaway for Verhaeghe, making it 3-2. And then Montour basically seals the deal, or he does seal the deal in the third period. Looking more in depth at team stats, Bennett 1-1 today, 2 points plus 2 for 1902 on the ice. He had a very solid game, I thought. Throughout, Barkov 2 assists on the day, 21:57 worth of ice time. He looked very good in this game, and for Panthers fans, that is exactly what you're looking to see out of your captain and best player. Or I'd say second best, or maybe even third best player at this point in time. Tkachuk, no goals on the day, but he did have 3 assists in his 20:45 of ice time with 9 hits as well. Kind of crazy to see him. He played great offensively, defensively, in the neutral zone, being a leader out there, putting his nose into things. He was great. For Verhaeghe continuing his goal scoring after being the hero in Game 7 against the Boston Bruins. Had a very solid game as well for the 15-21 he played. 6 hits as well. And then on the back end, Ekblad, very solid defensively, chipping in with an assist, and Montour continuing his goal scoring with the 22-15. He did play with 5 shots and 3 hits on the day. Bobrovsky between the pipe stopped 34 out of 36 for a 944 save percentage, and dude is looking like the Bobrovsky that they gave that contract to, the $10 million for however many years when he signed. Dude is absolutely playing up to that contract. He has looked very stellar after coming in to the series against the Bruins. In Game 1, he definitely, I wouldn't say stole it, but definitely helped the Panthers in this one, being able to hold on to that lead throughout the game, making incredible saves throughout. Going now to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Offensively, I thought they were decent. I think they need to get a little bit more creative in how they attack the Panthers. Now they have a game of tape to see what they need to do to make the necessary changes in order to make that happen. But looking at individual stats, Knies getting his first ever NHL goal. Yarncroke on the board. Marner, quiet tonight, -1, only 1 shot on goal. I thought he didn't look very himself tonight. He kind of seemed out of his skates a bit. Bunting getting a goal as well. O'Reilly on the board. Tavares quiet, but he did have 5 shots, 4 hits. Kind of threw the puck away there at the end whenever they needed a goal with that empty net. Nylander, again, quiet, 7 shots on goal. He did have a couple plays there where it looked like he could have scored. Same with Matthews, 6 shots on goal. Wasn't for the lack of chances from the Leafs. They just couldn't get it past Bobrovsky. And there's 2 things you can't control in a hockey game, and that's the way the referees are reffing the game and the way the other team goalie plays. And Bob was standing on his head tonight. Defensively, McCabe, -3. He looked awful. Terrible pinches. Not looking very solid in the defensive zone. Morgan Rielly looked okay tonight. Lindgren, very quiet. Shen, I thought, was pretty solid throughout. Giordano looked good. TJ Brodie, again, kind of all over the place. -2. Not looking very good tonight, giving the puck away. All of that. to say that Samsonov I thought was decent. I thought he was decent enough to help the Leafs win this game, but obviously not good enough with the defense in front of him, unfortunately for him. 8.57 save percentage on the day for him. And now with that's really the end of my go through for game number 1. Predictions moving forward. The Leafs definitely going to need to make some adjustments. I'd say they got to throw more bodies in front of the net of Bobrovsky and try to get his eyes out of the way so he can't really see the puck. Get shots from the point, scrap it up for those rebounds to try to get it buried and get in his head a little bit. For the Panthers, really don't need to change too much other than maybe get some more shots on goal to get Samsonov off of his game. Maybe, again, throw bodies in front, and that's something that the Panthers do very, very well. And continue to get contributions from your top players. I think that will be huge for the Florida Panthers if they are to win this series. Prediction for Game 2, I think the Leafs will come out firing and find a way to win that game. I'm going to give it a 5-3 win for the Leafs in Game 2 to send it all square going back down to Florida. But let me know what you guys think of Game 1 as well as your predictions for Game 2 as well as your X factors moving forward in this series. Should be an interesting one for sure. Hopefully for Leafs fans, they get it done. And same goes for the Panthers. They're looking to get back to the Stanley Cup final for their franchise. So should be interesting, but that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like on this video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. That's going to be it. I hope you guys have a good one. And as always, stay dusty.